What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Game 3 of this Killing Spree tournament match between Liquid and Dignitas. This is Game 3, and both games have been pretty exciting, seeing some different picks. Both these teams known for picking unconventional heroes, which is definitely a breath of fresh air as getting into this game. My co-commentator is going to be Shred Kid once again. Ready to go?
Absolutely ready to go. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, unpause. So Liquid did an amazing usage of their Tron Game 1. Visage, Chaos Knight really got them going. Meanwhile, Dignitas just managed to go with the Slaughter Weaver lineup and really just slaughtered Liquid where they stood. And as always, if you want an alternative version of this VOD, check out twitch.tv/NeoDota2, youtube.com/NeoDota2 for, I think, Mount and Draskell's cast. But this is Game 3, and if Dignitas win this, they get $100 going into their pocket, which is definitely, a nice amount of money. Especially in these sort of
$100 is not bad.
Yeah, in these sort of weekly tournaments where you only have to play like one series a week.
Buys 3 Chipotle burritos, which is, you know what, that's good for me. But I think more importantly, they get bragging rights for America. For North American Dota, they get bragging rights for the week. Because both of these two teams, they're friends. I'm sure they rib each other. So let's take a look at these bans that come out extremely fast. And wow, that is standard. I would be surprised if Liquid did not pick up a Keeper of the Light right here.
Man, it's like, you know what's gonna happen before it even happens. God damn, like...
I'm psychic.
I wish this here was just...
No one else could have seen that coming.
I know, seriously. As Dignitas probably gonna pick up Darkseer and something else. Darkseer Lifestealer? Hey, why not go crazy?
I think every single game has started the same way. Yeah. No, yeah. I think they're gonna mix it up, I think.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly enough, Darkseer has lost both of the games he's been in, as has Lifestealer. They've been picking around him, sort of exploring the weaknesses, which is that they take some time to get up, and if you can kill the Darkseer, he has so much impact on a teamfight that there goes a lot of the portion of the DPS, and Lifestealer can just be kited when Darkseer is dead. So Dignitas is going to pick up the Chaos Knight. Who are they going to pair him with? That is the real question, because Chaos Knight does shine best when he has somebody that can really take advantage of him, whether it be Keeper refueling his mana or Wisp, giving him the mobility as well as lane presence. So maybe a Visage? I'm not too sure.
That would be sick because it's really good against Keeper. If Coddle tries to nuke you, you immediately stun something, and then boom, you got a full bar in Visage, and you can just kill somebody, pretty much. Wow, holy crap, you were right. I was pretty sure they were going to pick up a mid hero, but yeah, they're going to pick up 2 of the 3 heroes in their tri-lane, and I'm not sure if they're going to offensive or defensive tri-lane. Right now, it's still very much up in the air, but remember, if you're offensive tri-laning against a Coddle, you better know what you're doing, because that is hard to do.
And you're going to have so much mana issues. I think this Visage pick, more than so just to pair him with Chaos Knight, I think it was just more to deny it to Liquid, because it's one of Liquid's favorite heroes for a reason. And Keeper of the Light Visage has a lot of range, has a lot of damage, has a lot of sustainability with the mana constantly being refueled. And we'll see how Liquid decides to respond. Will they pick up Darkseer, or will they decide to go in a different route, maybe Lifestealer? I'd try to pick up a carry that can make great usage of that mana, and there goes Sven. And the question is, will we see support Sven, or will we see carry Sven? Because actually, we're seeing not really a resurgence in terms of carry Sven, but we have seen Fear use it in one game to great effect. He's still very scary once he gets his damage going.
Support Sven won't work against their lineup with the Chaos Knight and Visage, and I don't know if that's going to be an offlane Tidehunter or a support Tidehunter. If they support Tidehunter, what they'll do is, if Dignitas doesn't...
Will we see some Bulba Ravages?
Oh, man. Yeah, but they can just, if they safe lane, and I think they will with the Sven, because I wouldn't challenge that lineup, you can just have Keeper stack the jungle and farm it with Tidehunter. We'll see. If I was Dignitas right now, I'd pick up a mid hero and then ban out the other mid heroes and just get a huge advantage in mid lane, and then just take out the underleveled supports. I think that's definitely an option. But of course, we have to remember Sven is in the mix, and you got to approach that hero the right way. And I think it would be a massive mistake if they played him as support Sven. In fact, I'm pretty sure they won't, because if they do, their entire lineup is messed up, because then they won't get a mid hero and they won't get any carry heroes because of the ban. So yeah, that's going to be a carry Sven.
I mean, they could do Tidehunter mid, but he won't win the lane. He won't lose it, but he won't win it. And, Tidehunter Ravage is such a long cooldown that he won't really have the hugest impact in the game. But we'll see how Liquid decides to approach this.
I don't think mid Tidehunter is worth it. It's just, I mean, if you can safe lane him solo, like that's the best approach to him, I think. He can roam, but with the Keeper of the Light, you're not going to be roaming, and they're going to pick up the Rubik. Now, that could be a Dendy-style mid-Rubik, so you give him a lot of farm, you give him a Blink Dagger and a Force Staff, and you steal the Ravages. Now, you're going to be able to steal Keeper of the Light's Blast, which is huge. You're going to be able to steal Tidehunter's Ravage if you play him mid, if you play mid, there's a way, like, there is literally an exact process if you have Force Staff and Dagger to guarantee that you will get the Ravage if you have reaction times under a certain time frame. But if it's a support Rubik, it's going to be much harder to do so. Now, this looks like a tri-lane coming up for Dignitas, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. And Liquid thinks that it is a tri-lane and starts banning out mid-heroes.
Interesting, because, you know, if they do decide to do Rubik mid, Queen of Pain, Templar Assassin probably going to be the choices, as both teams deciding to ban out those mid lane positions. Of course, Bulba's Tinker, known for innovating the March Machine Tinker. Of course, if you've ever listened to Bulba himself, he's innovated literally everything, but, you know, that's just Bulba trolling it up. As, you know, he's a great player and all, but there's only so many ideas in Dota. As Liquid going to ban out the Beastmaster and the Brewmaster taking advantage of the team fights in these bans, flying out Dignitas fearing the push, and Liquid fearing the teamfight slash gank slash obvious middle choices.
Yeah, Dignitas just gets rid of those tower sieging heroes, and Liquid gets rid of exactly what you said, the damage-dealing teamfight controllers. Now, Liquid has to pick up their mid-hero, and yep, Templar Assassin. And with most of the main, again, quote, counters out of the pool, oh, the Darkseer, they're just going to put Darkseer mid against her. Never mind. Yeah, it's just going to be Darkseer mid against Templar Assassin. Wow, I'm surprised because most people, TA players, will not play that matchup. And I guarantee Dignitas is going to pick it up. They'd be stupid not to.
Yeah,
and again, I'm making big statements here, but trust me, it's the best. Obviously, it's a Darkseer. It's the best hero in the pool against Templar Assassin left, and they need a mech carrier, and they need a mid. Like, it just makes perfect sense.
I think Liquid might actually be kicking themselves a bit, because Darkseer Vacuum synergizes so well with Illuminate, Svenstun, Ravage, and there goes the Darkseer pickup, so Liquid, I think that one pick might have messed them up royally. You know, not really just because of the mid lane being lost, but also because the Darkseer synergizes so with their lineup. But they're going to pick up Clockwork, probably for Bulba yet again. He played a really strong Clockwork in game number 1. But I think this Darkseer, in the second round of phases, might just make the difference for this game.
Yeah, I understand why it was picked up in the second round, because they really wanted to pick up Visage to win their tri-lane, and then once the Sven and Tidehunter win the pool, like, you have to get Rubik now, otherwise he's going to be out of the pool. But I just don't understand why Liquid didn't ban it if they knew that they were going to run the TA mid. Now, Kurok is probably known for being the best TA in North America. He's extremely good at playing her. Can do all sorts of crazy stuff with her, but you can only get so good at a hero before the matchup just kind of comes around and slaps you in the face. So we're going to see a lone druid finalized. It's going to be, you know, the dual carry strat, split pushing. I would say that this is a tie in the ban pick. I don't see any team having a clear advantage.
Well, I think Dignitas, well, yeah, that's interesting, because if Clockwork can get a COG going on somebody like the Bear, get him completely isolated for a duration, then there goes a lot of Bear's effectiveness in these engagements. But there's no real natural Hex or Orchid carriers on the side of Liquid, and there's no real way to shut down the Darkseer, who I think could just be a giant deal in these engagements. I mean, who's going to pick up a Hex or an Orchid on the side of Liquid?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know how they're going to deal with the Darkseer. And now that I'm actually thinking about this, I think the Darkseer-Syllabear combo, with just having that Bear go crazy...
Oh, they're smoking up. Are they going for Roshan?
No. Oh, man. I haven't seen this forever. This is cheeky. And they can have Grave Chill. I think, does Grave Chill work on it? It slows it down. You can have the Syllabear tank. Just have everybody kind of smack at it. Yeah.
And Liquid, obviously, understandably enough, do not suspect a thing. I mean, against the Bear, you should, I guess, always at least send somebody. And they do have the Rocket. I mean, unless Bulba maxes battery cell again first like he did in last game. But Liquid just going to happily place these aggressive wards saying la-di-da-di-da. And meanwhile, Dignitas is going to try to take Roshan right from underneath Liquid's noses. As keep in mind, this is a very scary level 1 engagement, as actually, Tide of Time not spending point to anything so far. I guess he...
Yeah, it's better if you can hold it, yeah. Like if they come and show up. You want to introduce the players really, really fast?
Yep, so Dignitas, they are Roshan. It's going to be Universe playing the Chaos Knight, so once again playing a different role. Fogged is going to be playing that Darkseer mid lane. AY is playing the Lone Druid. Way 2 Sexy is playing the Rubik, and Universe is going to... or Tides of Time is playing the Visage.
We have Fluff on the Tidehunter, Korok on the TA, Bulba on his Clockwork, IX Mike on the Keeper of the Light, and TC on the Sven. And it looks like Roshan is going to go down. We have Rubik tanking a gazillion damage. He's not going to die. He drops aggro in time. And I think Liquid doesn't know. They're just waiting to gank mid lane. They don't know yet. This is going to be Roshan.
This is going to mean almost level 3 on everybody on the side of Dignitas. Going to give them a huge advantage right off the bat. The bear will die relatively soon. The bear is going to get cooldown for quite a bit, and nobody wants Aegis. Fogged is going to pick up the Aegis, so there goes a huge advantage to Fogged in mid lane already. And, you know, once Fogged gets this Aegis, if he does something like an S4, he can just iron cell some creeps, take control of the lane, then go in the jungle and stack some camps and completely massacre this TA in the middle lane.
Oh man, this is
Oh,
as sucky. Oh.
No, never mind.
Yeah, he's going to back up. Yeah. As sucky as it is to play TA versus Darkseer, this is worse.
Yeah, level 3 Darkseer.
Oh,
level 2 Ion Shell at level 1. Korok only has 3 instances of refraction, and she's getting denied right from underneath her nose just by her Darkseer auto attack. I mean, this top lane, AOI is just going to play it super safe, going to let his bear heal up. Actually, they're just going to ban the top lane, as looks like the creep pool has going on. Way 2 is going to teleport the top lane, going to try to solo it up for a bit. He is almost level 3, keep that in mind. So, that's something, but he might be in a bit of trouble as creep's already being pulled, and it's actually going to be a second teleport up top. So Liquid taking back some of their experience advantage, but so far, the middle lane most likely will be lost completely for Korok, and meanwhile the bottom lane, not going to have too much fun for Bulba, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're seeing a 2-on-2, and that they don't think it's that important to get the early farm up on the CK, and they say if we just have Visage in and out of bot, it'll protect Syllabear enough for him to get farmed. So they're basically saying we're going to get a decent amount of farm in any lane, but we're not going to really win any one lane, aside from mid, of course. And actually, no, Visage is rotating top, so it's going to be try versus try. And Sven does not do well in an offensive tri lane, and neither does Tidehunter.
And one of the problems is that Sven, of course, level 2, but the other 2 supports on the side of Liquid are just level 1. Keep in mind, everybody on the side of Dignitas already relatively high leveled, pretty close to level 3. Actually, Rubik is already level 3, and Chaos Knight level 3.5. Only Tides of Time is suffering in terms of experience, so this tri-lane is going to be very one-sided. I mean, anytime there's a tri-lane, it's always going to favor the Visage or the Coddle, but in this situation where Visage is going to be 2 levels ahead of the Coddle, it's not going to be pretty. So that one instance, our Roshan engagement might just end up costing Liquid dearly in this game.
Well, I don't know if it's that.
Haste Rune being picked up by Darkseer. Gonna pop the Iron Shell, trying to rotate to the bottom lane. No ward spotting out the movement by the Darkseer for the side of the Rain. And Bulba's gonna be a lot of trouble. Has Haste Rune, doesn't need to waste some time casting Surge, as Bulba's gonna get trapped between a Bear and a Darkseer. Iron Shell Bear is super good, as looks like Rubik managed to pick up a kill on TC on the top lane. As wonder how that happened, as Fluff is gonna die as well. This tri-lane already being completely massacred by Dignitas.
Yeah. That was a really good play from Bulba. I was waiting for him to TP out because Darkseer isn't going to have his vacuum at level 4. He doesn't normally get it till 6. But what I was going to say was, yeah, Coddle's a really good tri-laner, but Sven without supporting stuns is not, and Tidehunter is just a crappy tri-laner in general. So this tri-lane's over. The tri-lane has now ended. They cannot contest any of the farm. CK is going to get free farm.
1 second.
I just want to see how they're going to deal with it.
Pausing 1 second.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
No problem, no problem. I'm at 12:44.
Oh, same am I. So, gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. And we're back after some technical difficulties. Fogged already level 5, meanwhile Korok, you know, almost level 5, so she's doing pretty decently. And gonna have some mana refueled. No, IX Mike just gonna walk away. As Korok is doing pretty admirably. Fogged is running out of mana pretty fast, but does have that bottle, so will always have rune control on his side.
Yeah, and I think what might end up happening is Liquid is just going to try to farm and stack the jungle, because I don't know what else these supports can do. They're going to go for Owie. They are smoke ganked. I don't think that they can get him. Clockwork isn't 6. He's going to run at him. He is going to have Battery Assault. It's going to be a flank.
Gonna take down Fogged in the middle lane. Oh, that's just an Aegis timing out. Nicely done by Fogged, but meanwhile Bulba is being trapped. AOI is going to die. Nice movement by the tri-lane.
And a nice movement from Bulba. He didn't move in such a way that the creeps would see him, but he did move in such a way that they would be able to flank the Syllabear, and they are going to punish him for it. But we only have level 2 on both of the supports on the Radiant side, and on the top side we have level 4 on Rubik. Jesus Christ. And we're going to have, what's Visage? Visage is level 3. He's camping runes. Like, they need to get levels fast, and they need to do it by stacking and farming their jungle on the Coddle.
Yep, you know, Universe is going to clear up some creeps. Only 19 CS at this point, not the best farm, but the top lane's already being won. AOI is going to teleport to the bottom lane. Here comes an attempt by the Darkseer. Is invisible. Iron Shell is going to reveal the fact that he is invisible, has level 1 vacuum. A nice roof by AOI, completely calculated. As Circumstation, Visage has teleported to the bottom lane, and this might just be a complete massacre in favor of Dignitas. Tides of Time. Gonna block off Fluff. Can he get one more Soul Assumption off? No, he's going to be thwarted. He's out of mana, actually, as TC is going to get rooted to the ground. These are some Admiral Bulldog roots right here.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I swear, that Panda Bear has like a triple chance to root. They are going to go for IX Mike. Tides of Time has got that passive up on him. IX Mike is trying to juke around. Oh, he goes up, he goes back down, and he jukes successfully, and he will live. But there are a lot of kills in favor of Dignitas, and we're just seeing these supports rack up more and more levels.
Yep, Wave 2 is going to be level 6 at around the 6-minute mark. That is brutal, as he can steal spells, he can pretty much do whatever he wants. Is fogged. I think pretty much only just kill the Aegis so he can get more mana, try to control the lane a bit better. As Korok is not doing too badly in this lane, but still, he's going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulders in order to make this comeback for Liquid.
Absolutely. Now, if there's one player in North America who I'd say, if they need to solo carry a game and they know it, Korok's the one who's going to be able to do it. He is, I don't want to fanboy too hard or anything, but he's an extremely good player at snowballing. Now, he is going to go for the treads, which are being really favored nowadays for the Templar Assassin. No ganks coming out. I thought that courier was a person. But yeah, basically, with the advent of the group up and push Dota, people really do like treads, and we're going to see Fog. Oh, he's going to get slowed twice. He is going to try to bring him down, but we're going to see a nice hook shot coming in from Clockwork, and it's definitely going to end in Darkseer's death, and it does. Korok's going to slam him with that meld, and Bulba's just going to... Actually, no, Templar Assassin gets the last hit.
I think I might be 1 second ahead of you as Korok gonna pop a trap on Tides of Time. Here comes Bulba with the rotation. Can he manage to get a battery assault? Another trap gonna slow down Tides of Time. All the while, here comes the battery assault and the rockets. And Liquid gonna pick up 2 kills in quick succession. Actually, Way 2 might end up dying as well. Gonna lift Bulba back into the air. Can he steal an appropriate spell? He's not yet level 6 as Bulba gonna try to tango out of there. Chaos Knight gonna get reality. It's gonna cost Bulba his life, but still picking up 2 kills worth of experience on Korok. Definitely gonna be worth it for Liquid in that exchange.
Yeah, Clockwork, when you give him levels and don't just completely abandon him in the offlane and say, hey, try to get whatever levels you can, when he gets those levels, when he gets a little bit of farm, all of a sudden he turns around from that, you know, just that...
some reality edge canceling by Universe trying to get the stun. Was waiting for Darkseer, but Darkseer just a bit too late. And Universe decides better of it as Fogged gonna not initiate onto Korok.
But yeah. Clockwork turns from a little annoying fly that you have to swat into like a big monster that you have to deal with, and you're like, oh god, how do we fix this? But yeah, I'm excited to see what Bulba actually does with the levels that he's getting. He's already level 7.
Yep, and meanwhile, Iron Shell Bear, one of the most annoying combinations in Dota. Only thing that would be more annoying if they had Alacrity and an Empower on that Bear as well.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
That is just the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah,
I mean,
I remember seeing a game where that happened a while ago, back when Invoker was picked and back when Silbear was first being played in the Chinese scene, and it was brutal.
But the Iron Shell does wear off. IX Mech is going to be okay. There's going to rotation on trying to catch off. Korok does not suspect the thing. Going to get reality. There's a Sentry Ward. And Korok, unfortunately for Liquid, is going to die in this engagement. Going to prevent a lot of damage being taken. Actually going to turn around and try to take this fight as they're going to devote 4 heroes. Bulba is going to try to get in the mix. Will save Korok for a bit, but might end up paying for it with his life as well. Trying to kill off Universe, but Universe is going to survive. Here comes rotation by Fluff. Illuminate going to fly and going to catch the Chaos Knight on just the tip. So it's going to be a 1-for-2 engagement. As I thought that might have been a slight mistake by Bulba, but a nice rotation by supports by Liquid managed to make it not as bad as it otherwise would have appeared.
Actually, I think it wasn't a mistake. Obviously, he intended for the Cogs to be able to push him out of the way, but even if they didn't, which they didn't, it dealt enough damage for IX Mike to be able to come in and get the kill. So basically, he traded his life for the Chaos Knight in that situation. And I think that's a pretty decent trade.
You know, TC trying to farm whatever he can. And the good thing for Liquid is that they have very, very powerful mid-game heroes. They have a lot of burst in the form of Sven, who is actually farming it up. They have Clockwork, they have TA, who is very strong mid-game. They will have access to the Ravage very, very soon, as Fluff is going to get ganked, so his level 6 will be delayed by quite a bit, as looks like the Bear trying to pick up a last hit. AUI does manage to secure that, but Dignitas, it looks like they are going to prevent those levels from being picked up whatsoever. They're going to go into a mass pressure lineup and try to prevent that mid-game from ever coming around for Liquid.
Absolutely. If you shut down a Sven, and they are right now with they're going to Grave Chill him. They're going to stun him, and he is just going to die. IX Mike's trying to slow him down and deal what damage he can deal, but it's not enough, and it's just a little bit of extra afterthought.
Meanwhile, Bulba is level 8, just checking out the hero levels. You can see Liquid supports are pretty under-leveled, but for the most part, their levels are relatively on par. As Sven is level 6, there's going to be a slight rush to try to pick off Bulba, and Bulba is going to back off. I think that was a mind game by Fog trying to surge away so Bulba could retreat, allowing Universe and Tide to pick up that kill. If that was pretty smart play by those guys.
Yeah, these guys are smart. And I'm really worried right now for Liquid because this is the scariest time to play against a Chaos Knight. When he has a little bit of tank ability, if he goes for that drum or armlet, he'll have it up soon, and he can just dive your towers. And pretty soon, if he is actually able to dive successfully, they won't have any towers left. Now, he's going to go in. Oh, he sees that there's a sentry ward there, so he's going to back off. IX Mike, I think, if he had vision of that, he wouldn't have tried to kill the sentry ward, and they would have baited him into running in. But we see all of Dignitas converging mid, and I don't know how long this tower has. With the diving power of CK, with the darts here, backing him up, giving him a shell, it's going to be really hard to deal with. And we see Korok is trying to split push, trying to, do whatever he can that isn't in the mid lane, because mid lane's done. They don't control mid lane. They don't control bot lane. They're just trying to have him farm up everything he can because they don't have control of the map right now at all.
Actually, Korok is getting very close to that Blink Dagger. I'm not too sure if Blink Dagger... I mean, of course, it's a great item on TA, but I'm not too sure if it's the best item as the Roshan is going to be scouted out. Nice timing, as they know it's 10-minute mark. They know Dignitas is going to try to push in. And I think Liquid, if they want to fight this, they can. They have such good initiation, and TA very, very powerful at this point. So,
they need to. They need to fight it, and they're going to have Coddle try to blast them down. This is what I was worried about. Dignitas says, hey, we have so much map control, I think we can just take the Roshan, and we don't even care. I don't know if they can actually do it, though. It's going to be close either way. It depends on how much Illuminate Harass goes in. And with, does he have the dagger up on him? He doesn't yet, and that's going to be actually a big issue. Because without that dagger, he can't pick off the Rubik. And if he's able to go in and pick off the Rubik, it's instantly a 4v5. Because Meld plus 1 hit, is he level 10? Yeah, well, he's 9, and that's going to be enough. Meld plus 1 hit's going to be a dead Rubik.
As this Roshan, very, very slow to die, is going to allow Fluff and TC to get some farm. So Dignitas wasting a bit of time, but understandably, they're very hesitant to sort of go all out for it if they are up against a Clockwork and keep it alive. And it looks like they're going to abandon it for now, realizing they're losing maybe a bit too much in this overall attempt to take down Roshan.
Oh man, but Fluff's gonna get level 6 off of this. Look, he's gonna... I think they might have made a mistake.
Oh, the Iron Shell Bear! IX Mike, run! Oh man, just managed to escape. Forces out a stun, and that bear, it doesn't quit, man. Oh my god, it kills
Oh man.
Literally chased him halfway across the map.
That's why you put phase boots on the bear, and it looks like we're going to try to go on Fluff. Fluff's going to try to tango through the trees. It's not going to be fogged successfully. Way too sexy. He's going to give him a vision. He's going to throw the Stormhammer. He stole that for himself. That is a good spell to have. They're going to take out Fluff, and this maybe will be Roshan. We'll see.
Yeah, with Ravage out of the picture for the next 10 seconds. Does he have a TP scroll? He does. As there is going to be teleport in by Keeper of the Light. This Roshan very, very low, but Dignitas just full HP, full mana for the most part, and Fluff gonna finally teleport in, finally just respawn. Is it in time?
They might be able to do this. With the dagger, oh my god, he might even try to steal it. There's gonna be a Stormhammer going out on Sven. Sven's going to, is he going to go down? I don't know. Yes, Sven will die immediately. There will be a Ravage. Will it be stolen? No, it won't. Oh my god, there's so much stuff going on. Tidehunter is going to fall. Visage is down. Tidehunter's down. We see a buyback coming out from the Sven. Rubik's running away on low life. Throws a Stormhammer at Bulba. Bulba's taking a ton of damage. He's almost done. Oh no, a Stormhammer will come in and save his life, but he will die to the wall. So far we have 2 down for Radiant, 3 down for Radiant. Triple kill on
Oh, vacuum!
Vacuum them onto the cliff. Oh my god, they're going to be stuck there. They're both going to die. TC's or Korok might not, but oh, Universe is going to go up there, and with the Ion Shell, he should be able to kill Korok. He'll go down, and Universe will probably just TP out of.
No TP. He has no TP.
Yep.
As I think Mike is cutting out, might be a problem.
The bird's here, and oh, they're going to go buyback from Korok. Korok doesn't want to let this Aegis go down.
But Liquid losing so much in these exchanges, it's now 5-18. They don't have a Ravage. They don't want the Aegis die, but they might have no choice as the Centaur is going to deward that ward. And Korok did a lot of damage in that fight, but unfortunately, everybody's so tank on the side of Dignitas, it's very difficult for Korok to get nearly as much as he wanted to get done.
Absolutely, and am I coming through any more clear now? I can
Yes, you
actually
are.
hear you speaking again. You're no longer sounding like a robot. And yeah, Korok, right now, Korok's positioning is impeccable. He's going close enough to dissuade them from doing Roshan, but not a step closer, because if he does, he's going to get killed immediately. He's going to get pulled in by that reality rift, and he will die. So they're just constantly scouting out the HP. It will be scouted out by the clockwork. Fogged might be able to vacuum down Korok. Korok's so close to it. Roshan's so low. Korok is going to get gone on. He's going to meld. Vacuumed onto low ground. Illuminate flies through, damaging a ton of people. Roshan's so low. Korok's going to go in. Meld hit. He steals it. He's going to try to run out. He fogs it. He's going to get out. It looks like CK's going to go in. He's dealing a gazillion damage. Tidehunter's going to fall. Clockwork very low. It looks like TA is on the run. He's going to fall. He doesn't stand a chance. And he won't be able to dagger out of this because of the Ion Shell, which, maybe it'll... Nope. Okay, it didn't wear off. The Ion Shell was extremely close to wearing off, and if it did, he would have been able to blink it, but it didn't. So, huge play there from Korok. He steals Roshan, he steals the Aegis, so he steals 1,000 gold for his team, and he takes the Aegis from them, but he dies in the process for it, which he probably knew was going to happen, but still. They needed that play. They needed it.
I mean, they had no Ravage. Like, what else could they have hoped for?
If they give up that Aegis, they lose Rax in 5 minutes with the Silver push. They just can't do anything about it.
So now it's up to TC, Korok giving them some slight edge, but TC unfortunately just so underfarmed, 0 and 5 at this point. Really struggling under the immense amount of pressure, and hooked in by Bulba trying to catch off Universe. Universe might just end up dying here. Gush and Ravage going to be fueled onto Universe and onto Way Too Sexy. Anchor Smash is going to cast it as well. Tides of Time, unfortunately in the wrong position at the wrong place, as Liquid going to pick up 2 kills. Looks like Bulba is going to die in exchange, but 2 for 1 so far for Liquid, and I think that is going to be the end of this engagement. No, Fogged says I have Ion Shell and AUI has a bear. We're going to go back in. No, they are going to back off right now. So nice engagement for Liquid. But again, that's another 150 seconds where they're going to be without a Ravage. And they can't help it. They have to use the Ravages, but that's going to give Dignitas more time to farm and perhaps even pressure.
Yeah, it's Ravage Theory 101, as my friend explained to me a very long time ago when I was getting into Dota. He says, when you're ahead, feel free to use Ravage and Black Hole just to get one-man kills. It doesn't matter. But when you're behind, you better be getting team wipes with them, because it's the only way you get back in this game. And if they Ravage and they still lose the fight, that's not okay. I mean, they need to make things happen. And I think the only way for them to do it right now is Korok's going to need to get some solo picks. But I think Dignitas is too smart for that.
Checking out the goal graphs, 5k in advantage of Dignitas. Liquid have yet to take... No, they've taken 1 tower. 7.5k experience advantage for Dignitas, as I'm sure it would be much deeper if the Roshan was not stolen by Korok.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, I think I mentioned this in the last cast, what's important is who the farm is on. Sven has most of their farm, and with Treads and Mask of Madness, that's not enough to start doing things. Korok is gonna need a BKB if he wants to get anything done, but he's nowhere close to it, and no one else has any farm, except for the Clockwork, who almost has mech. But they are gonna do what I like to call a desperation smoke. They're going to try to pick people off. Let's see if it happens.
As Ravage going to be on clone for the next 45 seconds. Bulba going to get some rockets in to give some vision. TC just going to have to bend that smoke attempt. He's at 2 low HP, and I don't know if Liquid can actually defend this tower. Kato is not in place to channel Illuminates. They're going to have to defend their tier 2 instead.
This smoke is not happening. And look.
They're going to get a bird. That's something.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah, TA is the best hero at picking off those birds, because you blink on them, you meld it, and it dies. It's so satisfying. I'll admit it. I'm a TA spammer. I love playing TA. And when you see a Visage, you just go, oh, free money. And you just do it all game long. She's also incredibly good at picking off the courier, too, but that's a whole different thing. But anyway, yeah, I think there was a little bit of confusion or desperation or something coming out from Liquid, because they smoked to go defend a tower when they had Ravage was down. They didn't have Korok in the fight, and I think, or TC wasn't in the fight. Like, they smoked to something that they couldn't defend in the first place, and then they weren't all there. It was kind of weird.
And at this point, every bit of gold is precious for the supports. You need to tank up and try to provide as much damage as possible. But looks like Way 2 gonna approach the high ground, trying to get off a spell steal. Does manage to steal Stormhammer yet again in that last giant Roshan engagement. I think he casted 3 Stormhammers, which is pretty ridiculous when all is said and done. Almost, perhaps even better than our average.
Yeah, I mean, you get it off 3 times. He did a lot of work with it. Now, obviously Sven can't really hide it that well, but it's still such a good spell for Rubik. Like, it's decent on Sven, but he doesn't have the mana pool to sustain it. Like, look at him, 350 mana, that's not happening. But on Rubik with mana boots, he's got 887 mana. And frankly, when there's a low cooldown stun, it's 15 seconds, it's not that low, but coming out on cooldown plus his other stun, that's so much CC, and you need to be able to pick him off in fights, and he wasn't. Way Too Sexy is one of those supports who's just really, really good at not dying, and he hasn't been dying, and he's just been dishing out the damage.
Yep, as Korok gonna pick up an Ogre Club, gonna be on his way towards that BKB. We'll have it up in about 1900 gold, which might just be taking a bit too long, but it'll look like Dignitas don't want to push in until they get an AUI item up on that bear, probably that Maelstrom up very, very soon. It will be up in about 300, 400 gold, and I think once that's picked up, I think Dignitas will try to push in, but it is going to give Liquid some time to farm back up, a time that they're going to really have to maximize.
This is actually pretty cool. I'm actually not sure what AUI is doing, though, because AUI, everybody knows, he does some weird item builds, and they always make sense. He always has a rationale behind them. But he has 2 Gloves of Haste on his bear, and I can't figure out what that's for unless he's going to make a super late Midas and a Mjolnir. That's the only thing that I can, put together in my head, because you only make the Mjolnir if you're not making the Midas, and if he gets Midas at this point, it's like the latest Midas I've ever seen on Syllabear, so I'm not sure what's going on. Either way, I'm sure we'll all learn something when he shows us what he's actually doing.
Double Maelstrom.
Huh. Well, what I was thinking before is that he got them both on them when he was trying to do, when Dignitas had the most map control, like they were so strong. What I thought they were going to do was just he was going to force his way into every tower, and he didn't have that much gold. So he was just going to try to do it with 2 Gloves of Haste and, work off of that. Even though it wasn't a full item, it's the cheapest way to get attack speed up. So that's what I thought was happening, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's going to be a late Midas? Can't say.
Yep, as Sven finished that Mask Madness, did clear off a significant stack of 3 Ancients, or triple Ancient stack, as here comes a trap onto Tides of Time, blink in by Korok, trying to pursue the matter, but isn't going to get too greedy, instead just going to claim Bear. Bird, 100 gold in his pocket, definitely going to be pretty satisfied with that. As will there be a rebuttal engagement? That Bird trying to get some revenge for his comrade, ends up feeding as well, but here comes Chaos Knight, initiating onto IX Mike. Fluff is getting lifted up into the air as IX Mike is going to take a bunch of damage. He's going to die. Where is Bubble? Bubble is going to get a hook going on to Way 2 as can't do enough damage. Here comes Fluff with a Ravage. Going to hold Universe in place. Going to pick up 1 kill. Going to be 3 for 1 so far. But still, that Ravage, secured a kill on Rubik, but when all is said and done, they might be desperately needing that Ravage very, very soon.
Absolutely. We're going to see Dignitas try to take a Rax pretty soon, I think. They have the option of farming. Like, they can do it. But I think that they should press their advantage while they have it. And I wanted to say, Tides of Time did one of the sneakiest plays I've seen in a while. Remember when he started that fight when Korok killed 1 bird and then Tides of Time flew the other one away? He flew it back in. Korok stayed to try to kill it, and when he stayed to try to kill it, they gave them time to sneak up on him and kill him.
Dude, look at the spare animation. What is this? What? The Ion Shell? Are you watching this?
Oh no, it's on the birds. It's a bug because they fly.
Man.
Yeah.
If that was actually the AoE of Ion Shell.
Dear Lord. Fear my orb of death.
I play only pubs, so I don't see Visage at all. So I've actually never seen that happen. That's pretty cool. If that was actually the AoE, that would be, kind of game breaking.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And what does Liquid got? Let me check their items. Urn. Dagger, almost BKB. They got Sven working on the BKB, Mask of Madness. They got a mech. That's it. It's not a lot of stuff. It's not terrible, but it's not a lot at all.
Yep, checking out the gold graphs. Almost 8k in favor of the Dire. 12k experience advantage for the Dire. They definitely have a significant edge. But keep in mind, if Liquid continue to farm up, Sven is one of those heroes who can win a team fight very, very quickly. So Dignitas should not try to take it too slow. Of course, Sven going to be very far away from any sort of critical strike being picked up. But still, they don't want to wait, like 15 more minutes.
He's going to need Sven is going to need to finish his BKB and get a Crystallis for anything to happen. Like, nothing happens before that point because he's just going to get out carried. And they see the Darkseer, but they realize it's an illusion. And yeah, this is another smoke that nothing's happening with it. Like, I'm surprised that they even ganked.
No, they're going to
get it.
Pause now. Oh, oops, looks like a slight bug on my end. 3309. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, I'm good.
Yep, so they killed the tower with that smoke. So, yeah, a little bit of an annoying gank. Got some map control, but still, I guess small victories.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be able to help those supports get some, bracers up, which is what they're going to need. They're not going to be going for 4 staffs or anything, but they just need to survive fights. So I guess it is worth it to take down that tower, even if you have to use God Strength.
Yep, meanwhile on the side of Dignitas, they finished the Maelstrom up on AUI, has 200 gold in the bank. Aegis... No Aegis timer. I guess it might be a bug with the replay?
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Interesting.
It's probably down soon-ish. I would guess within a minute or two, just based off of memory. And yeah, this tower's going to go down completely unopposed. You have to deal with Syllabear and CK at this point, and it's not going to go well. And judging by the fact that they're TPing to mid lane, I'm guessing Roshan's going to be up soon.
They're also trying to defend this tier 1 middle tower, so they're going to do so successfully.
Yeah, it looks like it. And I think Rubik has a 4-staff should he elect to buy one. I think it's a pretty decent item for him to get. I don't know what else he would be doing with his money unless he's going for like a hex, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No, like
Syllabear is done with Vlad's. Oh, yeah, Dagger. That does the same thing. Perfect.
And
Dagger's actually better for stealing Ravage. You need the Dagger. And yeah, Vlad's is up. CK's got a ton of items. He's got Armlet. He's almost got his BKB. Darkseer's got his Shivas. Yeah. This is going to be a hard push to stop.
CK's actually just finished the BKB. You know, on the side of Liquid, they have a level 8 keeper, almost a 4-staff. BKB, still about 1k away. And Dignitas, I think they can just try to push and end it, because again, you never really want to leave a Sven too much farm.
Never. He will... If you give Sven full items, I don't know if he can necessarily out-carry a Syllabear, just because he's going to get rooted. But either way, he's going to just deal with CK. He's going to deal with the DS illusions just because he's going to one-shot all of them. They need to take him down before crit comes up, and if they can take it down before BKB even comes up, that'd be great. And actually, while there are technical mishaps happening, this pause goes on for a while, so we can probably skip through this a little bit.
Okay, so his
I'll tell you exactly the replay timer when it's unpaused.
All right, I'm just gonna click to random points. Looks like past the 38-minute mark at the very least.
It's, yeah, hang on.
38, 30, let's see. Alright, go is called, so I'm at 38:55 replay timer.
Alright, I will get there. I am almost there. Yup, okay.
Alright, 3,
ready?
2, 1, unpause. As, you know, that's kind of an unfortunate technical mishap, to say the least.
Well, as we recently learned from the chat, shit happens.
Yeah, now Karok obviously infiltrated the enemy ranks, bribed the Fog's dog, who is apparently very intelligent, except for that bribe.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's, my dog's been bugging me this entire cast. He wants to go out and play in the snow, but just trying to finish this up. I'm gonna go run around with him. But yeah, apparently Fog's dog has other ideas.
He has other ideas of fun.
Yeah. And I think, what are the items up? Is Aegis on the CK? Yeah, Aegis is on CK. We're going to see a cheese on the bear. And what's on the... We're just going to see a Vit booster on Visage. He's probably going to be going for, I would guess, Rod of Atos, because you can use it to slow down the Sven. And it's also really good for, you know, just tanking up his Visage, which is what you need to do, really. And Fluff is continuing to farm. I think he's trying to get his level 11 Ravage. I don't know why they're having him farm. He needs a lot more experience to get it, but his tower's just going to fall. And I think they're going to try to get a Rax off of this, because with CK, with Aegis and BKB, he runs in, draws fire, finally dies, and then turns on his BKB armlet ult and goes nuts.
Actually, Liquid gonna use their Warcry here, trying to finish up the BKB, but there goes a huge loss in terms of armor. And they're gonna give up this tier 3 tower. At least the BKB has finished. The question is, do Dignitas know about it? As actually Karok just gonna split push as fast as possible. Does not want to be caught in the beginning of any engagement, because if he is caught, then there goes so much of Liquid's team fight.
Yeah. Karok needs, and it'll take so much skill. Oh no, but he's going in right now. BKB flies out from Universe. Universe has ulted. He's got his armlet on, stealing so much damage. Kills Clockwork immediately. He's going to go on TC. He's smacking the crap out of TC. TC is going to go down when he goes to the wall. Fog gets a double kill. IX Mike, 1 shot, 2 shot, almost 3 shots. No, he's going to get out. Karok is turning around. There's a Ravage coming out. It looks like CK is going to come down.
Oh,
no,
Ravage
he's armlet toggling.
That was Anchor Smash. Nicely done.
Yeah, Anchor Smash. It was a good hide. And CK is not dying. They just can't bring him down. They haven't got the damage. 2 people down. Everyone is still up from Dignitas, and I think, yeah, Cheese is still up on Owie. They're gonna get, I think, 2 racks off of this and end the game. I'm not sure how they defend. Korok can't stop them. He just doesn't have enough damage, and he's gonna get pulled in, or IX Mike, that is. IX Mike will force staff himself away. 3-second stun on Korok coming out. Fluff is running away. He's gonna get nuked. Pulled back into the fight. He's gonna fall. Dear Lord, Universe is dealing a lot of damage, and he is going to armor toggle. Yes, he will live, but Korok is going to pick off the Rubik in the meantime. Universe is trying to go on him, but Refraction's up, and CK can't just burn through that. Fox is completely out of mana, except for a Surge. He's going to bring himself away, and they will retreat, having only lost the Rubik and getting a Rax in the meantime. Force staff up on TC, though, is going to be hitting Tide's Dota, and Korok is going to pick up a double kill. He's positioning himself so well in these fights, but Fox is going to TP out. Universe is going to get away. Really good armlet toggles from him. Oh no, Korok is going to pursue, but can he get through this armlet? If he toggles it right, yeah, it's going to be an issue. Universe toggles it, he's going to live. He's going to slow him down another toggle, but I think he's done now. Yep, that's going to be the Aegis. Owie comes in, however, from the side. Yeah, first hit root. Bear's knocked him to the side, but he recalls it, and CK is going to, I think he's just going to run away. Yep. Korok kills the Bear, or IX Mike actually picks up the last hit, and this fight is finally over.
And actually, Dignitas can't push for a while. They won't have 2 bears up for at least 140 seconds, as they're going to smoke up. They don't care about no bear, apparently. Korok is just going to continue to farm, going to go for that Crystallis. But racks are taken by Dignitas 10 to 28. Atos has been finished as the game, so it definitely points out, obviously, a significant event in any game when Atos has been picked up. As Chaos Knight does pick up a kill on Korok. Korok, does he have buyback? No, he does not. There is 60 seconds out of the TA. And the bear, at least one bear, is up, as the range racks is most surely going to get polished off. The question is, do Dignitas want more? As the Ravage is going to be up in about 20 seconds. Can Liquid actually stall this? They might be able to with help of Sven, but it looks like they're going to vacuum in. Fluff dies here. That's a huge blow, but it's Kraken Shell procking like an absolute boss. And Fluff going to get walled in. Fluff is going to die. This looks all but over.
Yeah, the range Rex is going to go down. Bulba's trying to delay. TC's trying to delay. They can't even do anything. He turns on BKB, gets 1 hit, and has to back up. Universe is now unstoppable, and GG comes out from Fluff as Tide's Dota will live. Yes, he is going to live, and that's going to be a complete team wipe, and that's going to be the game. So, while Dignitas was defending in the killing spree, right? And they win?
Yep, so they get $100.
And they're going to continue defending. Go them.
Yeah, Dignitas showing that, you know, Liquid, they've been looking a bit more up, but Dignitas have definitely been more consistent, and they've been definitely playing in like 800 tournaments, it seems like. So yeah, they're going to show that.
Yeah, and you know, I really do love to watch American Dota just because, you know, I see these players a lot, talk to some of them, and just watching them just do some unconventional stuff, just because these are 2 teams who play against each other all the time. So when they try to mix it up with like a Slardar pick last game, or with like Visage picks this game, or like a Tidehunter tri-lane, it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, definitely, as only Fluff has disconnected, as Ravage is used anyway, as there's going to be a buyback of a Visage. But yeah, this game is all but over. And where do you think it sort of went wrong? Was it just the Roshan? Was that it?
Well, you can't... The Roshan was, I think that Roshan was a foregone conclusion at that point, because even though Korok was able to steal it, had he not stolen it, like, the game would have just ended, I think.
No, honestly, the first Roshan at the beginning of the game.
Oh, yeah. No, I think you can be... Actually, hang on. Yeah, I think it was, because what happened was Liquid has a weak tri-lane. Sven and Tidehunter don't combine into a good tri-lane at all. So if you're going to offensive tri-lane with a weak tri-lane to begin with, and then give the enemy supports a free level advantage, really 2 level advantage, because they're going to get 3 while the other enemy supports are 1, I think you can't tri-lane against that. And they tried to do it anyway, and they died 2 times instantly. And at that point, they just had to completely abandon the lane, and they just lost. So yeah, I think after the Roshan went down, and I wouldn't have made this call in game, but in retrospect, they should have moved the tri-lane to the safe lane and just tried to farm out as much as they could and abandon Clockwork to the top lane.
Yeah, Bulba got a lot of work going in the mid game, but still, you know, Liquid's lineup is pretty much all mid game, as unfortunately they couldn't really hold up after that Roshan kill, giving them so much advantage. And Dignitas finally pushed in, so congrats to Dignitas. Sorry about the technical mishaps, as we're just waiting for the Ancient to die. But any last words?
Nope. It was fun casting with you, B-Ballin.
Yep, definitely, as finally get to put out a full series. But yeah, thanks a lot to Shred Kid. Follow him at twitch.tv/shred_kid. Does a lot of scrims, does a lot of pubs once he finds the time. But yeah, keep supporting us, and we'll be back next time very, very soon as this game freaking ends. which apparently
Yeah.
never will.
They're just wall farming while Bulbul tries to micro people. IX Mike's gonna fall down. He doesn't stop dying even when he's disconnected. That guy's a champ. Even when he loses games, he still manages to do it with grace.
It's the power,
It's the mustache.
obviously.
Can't be denied. All right, I'll talk to you later, B-Ball, and thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks
Hope you
a lot,
enjoyed the
guys.
games.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.